we're back. We're still playing Home, a unique horror adventure. Last time we got lost in the woods and wound up finding the bodies of 2 young campers. And we dug them a little grave and put up a marker. We had a nice service. But now we're going to go back and look for their campsite and see if maybe they left a phone or anything we could use to call for help. Let's see, which way to their campsite? Was it this one? Yeah, here we go. The inside of that tent was suffocating. Okay, you said you wanted to look around. 2 folding camping chairs were on the ground. One was knocked over. If those poor girls were here, then they obviously ran off. There were cans of beer spilled onto the ground and dirt was kicked up. By the looks of it, the fire hadn't been extinguished. It just died out over time. I found the campsite. There's nothing here. Nothing. Nothing is helping me. Olivia, Daphne.
Okay. Yeah. Am I just gonna have to scour through the woods to find something else? I see nothing.
I read some of the other names and notes on the table surface. Rytron, Kumar, Uncle Phil, Henry, Danielle, or is it Danielle? David, Jenny. Seemed like the table had seen a lot of use over the years. Bow chicka wow wow. Look.
I saw nothing at the campsite. Anything else around here? No, they did not have anything at their campsite, dude. I don't remember being lost in the woods this much the last time. Alright, we're back here. Let's do another check. Nothing. Nothing has changed.
The sign was the same as the first one I had seen. This must be the exit on the other side of the woods. All right. I'd finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I never wanted to return there. All right. I did not find my ID this time. I did not find anything else with those 2 girls, but I got a trophy for finding them, so that's something new. I didn't find them on my last playthrough, so. But I mean, I just went through the woods several times. I did not find anything else. If there is anything else, maybe I'll go back on another playthrough and find it, but let's keep going. The forest started to thin out a bit, and through the trees I could make out parts of the town beyond, and the first hints of light. The mysteries of that forest were behind me, but I could still feel them on my neck, like a warm breath. Those girls I had found. Someone had taken them from their campsite and had murdered them. Was it the same person who had left that odd notebook? I was even more eager to get somewhere safe and find a way to reach Rachel. I like the sounds in this game. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a machinist for all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it's just the wind. Maybe it's the Slender Man. I don't know. There's a hole there. The door there. Let's go through the door. I said door. Okay, so it didn't lock behind me, but that's what it sounded like. One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around me like someone had been looking for something. There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. Snake! The metal was starting to wear, and cobwebs had collected on the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. I'm going to go back and check that fence. This looks like puzzle time in here. Ah! Tomato-faced Joe. I found the body of a security guard just doing his job, no doubt. His face was covered with tomato sauce from some kind of soup wound. I wondered, was this flashlight his? You've had that flashlight this whole time. I saw the blunt wound on the guard's head and looked again at the flashlight I was carrying. Oh no, please. Dug into the ground was a cracked old watch. First my wallet, and now this? Did I retrieve my watch? Yeah. The watch was useless, but I put it on my wrist anyway. Hey, it's right at least twice a day. Alright, now we'll go into the building. Okay. Let's take another look around. I know we gotta do something with this power. The door was locked tight, seemed to be connected to the power box beside it. Alright, let's check in here. The door was locked shut, and there was a little electronic box under the handle. A sign was pasted to the front that said, "Danger, closed for repairs." Okay. Old work clothes had been picked through, and a few photos and notes had been ripped off the door and spread around. Alright, upstairs we go. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. The board contained yellowed clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Norman took over a general store after the factory closed. Rachel, and I would get lunch every now and then. Rachel liked him because he seemed more positive despite the setback. I don't think I could say the same about me. There's a door there. Stairs up. Table. Our old break table. The layer of dust and grime only made seeing this sting more. Looked like some beer bottles had been used on the table recently. I wondered, was that guard using this as a break room of his own? Alright, do I check the door or check upstairs? Let's go ahead and finish off checking this floor. Hey, look at that. The power panel. Looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Yep. Yep, still looks off. Power panel still wasn't working. Did I try it again? Yep. There we go. Alright, gotta find 4 more of those. The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out and the face was unrecognizable. The woman's photo. I knew I had to get back to Rachel to find out what happened. The power panel looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Yep. Hey, that one only took 1. It was shut tight. There was a rusty looking card slot on the side. Alright, need to find a key card. Alright, let's check upstairs. Seriously, we're overdue for another jump scare. Door had been hastily boarded up. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. Another panel that I hoped could get me the power back on. Did I push the switch? Alright, a few more of those. Utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? Yep. As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. Utility shelf crammed. There's a claw hammer. Did I take the hammer? Yep. All that. Wonder what I can use the hammer for. I'm running out of pockets. The locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Did I take the card? Yes. I slipped the key card into my pocket. Another panel that I hoped could help me get the power back on. Still wasn't working. Oh. Alright, that one's on. Well, that's weird. Okay. Is that it? Alright, I think that's all of them. I think that was all 5 of them. Now, I think if I use the key card, it takes me to a different room than if I go to where the power door was. I still gotta get in this room. Ooh! I struck with the hammer. The old wooden boards came apart easily. After I had removed the planks, I left the hammer on the floor. Why, dude? You need that along with your gun and your kitchen knife. Another open locker. This was my locker. There in the factory. It stank of booze. There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I had taken that picture home when the factory closed. Curiouser and curiouser. This room was nothing but bad memories. I know how you feel, dude. There was a mess of empty booze bottles. I wondered if that man in the house had something to do with this. He sure had a lot of alcohol at his place. Maybe that guard outside caught him hiding up here. Alright. Alright, so do I check You know what, I'm gonna check the door down here first. Hey, the power box looked like it was running again. With the power box working again, the door was unlocked. Did I go through? I pushed the handle and stepped through the door. A rack of flashlights hung on the wall. One of them was missing. Wait a minute. They were exactly the same as the flashlight I was carrying. Dun dun dun. I turned my own over and looked at the bottom. Judging by the label, it definitely could have come from that rack. See, I did it again. I knew it. I knew it. Crap. Alright, I'm going to end this here. I missed stuff in the factory. Again. I'll just have to get that another time. But we finished the factory and we're going to see what goes on next time.